But I hope that you're doing okay. Today is, obviously we all know today is 9/11. Um, and so as New Yorkers, because we are all you New Yorkers, I know Janice, you're in North Carolina, but you're a New Yorker. As New Yorkers, I can I remember exactly where I was, exactly what I was doing on that day. And then also very interesting, which I just wanted to share, which was also I just remember what happened on the days afterwards. Okay. Here's that Spotify playlist in the chat section. You know, I remember a lot, like the way that, look at the lights, a little bit a lot, but the way that the city kind of came together, not kind of, the city came together and how people came together. And so as we practice this evening, you know, my focus, my intention is for us to just like really exhale and let the breath go. And not to pull in memories from the past per se, but also it's part of our fabric. It's part of our history. It's part of like who we are. So let's get started and let's lay down on our backs into that beautiful heart opener. Oh. You take your time as you lay down onto your spine, maybe put something on your back, right underneath of your spine, so that way you can feel some support. And you lay down and you can play that music whenever you want or not. Okay. Yeah. You can have your arms opened up really wide. Yeah. You drop your head. Feel if you have your arms opened up really wide, feel your fingertips reach away from the right to the left. Feel your arms reach away from each other. Relax your belly. And let's all start to take some deeper breaths in and out. Really bring your awareness tonight to your belly. You'd be surprised how much tension, how much tightness, or how much energy we hold in. So especially around the belly area. Like if you were to massage your belly right now, you might feel that it's tight. Maybe you could even bring your fingers around your belly and just give yourself a good little massage as we're in this shape. Take a beautiful breath in. And then a really great breath out. And then you do it again. Take a beautiful breath in. And a big breath out. And if you are massaging your belly, soften up your fingertips and just feel around. Feel the stomach. Maybe you can draw some of your fingers across from the belly button all the way over to the right. And then go all the way from your right hip bone to the left. And you do that just a few times. And if there's any spot that starts to feel really interesting, be soft as you give yourself a massage. Be soft. Maybe go around in some circles. And just ask yourself, when's the last time that you massaged your belly? I've been getting into the habit of doing this quite often. And at first it feels a little strange. And I noticed how tight my belly was. Yeah. And not because of muscles, but just because of energy, of holding everything in. And then more that I just massaged. Hi, Natalia. Welcome. We're just laying on our backs and actually massaging our belly right now. So, yeah. So just fingertips can like move from your belly, go in circles. And you might start to like feel and hear some sounds. Oh, be gentle. Good. If you like, bring the soles of your feet together to touch if they're not already touching. And you can reach your arms overhead and point those fingers like away from your head. So it's like your arms are in a goalpost. Now please notice your lower back. Drop your lower belly towards the ground. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. And then on our next inhale, breathe in, let that belly expand. And as we exhale, breathe out of the mouth. Good. On your next exhalation, I want you to feel how your body, the tissues of your body, how it's responding to releasing the breath. Let it out. Good. Let's bring the soles of the feet down onto the earth. And then just windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Side to side. And then drop the knees over to the right. Roll yourself over to the right in a fetal position. And press yourself up into a comfortable seat whenever you're ready. Okay? Yeah. And Jagger's here with us. He's a little confused. He wants to play with his bear, but that's not going to happen, right? No. But he's like, why not? Yeah. Bring your hands down onto the floor. Let's stretch our shoulders. Press your palms into the ground and lift the crown of your head up high. So this is a little different. So push your hands into the ground, lift the crown of your head, and draw your chin towards your chest. Okay? You're going to draw the chin towards your chest and imagine you're trying to push your spine forward towards your heart space. Now squeeze your shoulder blades behind you together. Push your hands into the floor. Take another big inhale and exhale. Drop your right ear towards your shoulder. Keep your hands pressing on the ground. And you might not move. It might not be a big. And if your hands don't touch the floor, make fists with your hands and push your fist into the earth. And then lift that head up. And then drop your left ear down. Yeah. And then lift the head up. Good. Bring your arms out in front of you like you're giving me a high five. Press your fingers up. Feel the stretch in your wrist and your forearm. Flip the right hand down. grab a hold of the fingers and the thumb and pull your fingers towards you. Take a deep inhale. And relax, exhale. Bend your elbow slightly. One more big breath in. And then a big breath out. Good. Fingers up like you're giving me a high five. Press. And then rotate the left hand down. Fingers down, I should say. Grab a hold of the fingers. Pull it back. Slight bend into your elbow. Like so slight where you can't even see it, but you can feel it. So notice the difference. Straighten out your elbow for a moment. And you can feel, for me, all I feel is my elbow. And then you bend the elbow very slightly. And now I can feel my forearm, my wrist, my bicep, my back. So just a reminder to get out of the joints, especially when we're trying to stretch. And then bring both of your hands forward again. Press your palms forward. Big inhale. And then release the hands down. Exhale. Right arm will lift. Bend the elbow. Grab behind. Just get a good stretch. You can draw your chin towards your chest. You can pull that arm back. Relax into the buttocks. Good. On an inhale, lift the arms up. And then bend that left elbow. And you just pull it back. Yeah. We breathe. We breathe. And then inhale, lift both arms up. Gentle twist to the right. Bring your hand onto your knee, hand behind your back. Gentle twist. And then inhale, arms up. Gentle twist over to the left. And then inhale, lift both arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands on down. We'll stretch our legs out. We'll come into either that caterpillar where your legs are straight. You can come into butterfly where you bring your feet together. If you bring your feet together, do me a favor and push your heels more forward. So they don't come closer to your body, they move away from your body. I'm going to stay here, but put a pillow underneath of my knee. And on an inhale, let's lift up those arms. Now feel your buttocks, press them down into the floor. And then as you exhale, come on forward. Take your time. Round your spine if that's okay for your back. You know, if anyone here is dealing with osteoporosis, osteopenia, you might not want your spine to be so round if that gives you some pain. If that gives you pain, lengthen your spine forward. But if it doesn't give you pain, then just fold into it. Round the back. But if it does, try not to force. Never force, especially in yin. I'm going to set the timer. We'll be here for 3 minutes. Okay. And not forcing something takes our awareness, being present, recognizing what we're doing. Many times we force out of habit. Something we've been doing for so long. Maybe that's why when we first started the class tonight, and I mentioned how New York felt the days after 9/11, we were all out of our habits. We were all out of our comfort zones. we were then together. So tonight, as we practice, let's just breathe easy. Let's not force anything. You carved out this space so that way you can take care of yourself from the inside out. As you fold forward, because we're halfway there, and you keep trying to drop your belly towards the floor. Feel your stretch. And I know that you enjoy your silence and your stretch. That's why you're here. So focus and also pay attention to what your mind is doing. If at any point you start having the same thought that's going on a loop, and it could be a very simple thought. But notice, tell yourself to come back to the present. Tell your mind, it's not time to think about that. It's time to feel. On your next inhale, come on up. Take your time, chin is in your chest, curl up, roll your shoulders up by your ears, roll your shoulders down your back. Then do it again, roll those shoulders up. And then roll your shoulders down your back. Good. We'll just shake out our legs depending on the pose you were just in. Bring the hands behind your back, windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Yeah, just take your time, side to side. Okay. For a moment, cross that right ankle above the left knee, and then bend your elbows a little bit, lift up your chest, push your heart space forward, feel your hamstring on that right side. Lift up your chest. Big inhale. Big exhale. And then switch. Bring that left ankle above the right knee. Push that knee away from you. Lift up your heart. Yeah, big breath in. Big breath out. One more big inhale. And exhale. Good. Release those feet. We're gonna come down onto your belly. And if this bothers your hips, being on your belly, put a pillow right underneath of your hips, okay? So we're gonna come into Sphinx pose for a moment. Stretch that lower back, stretch that. I'm gonna bring pillows underneath of my hip bones. Okay. Come on down. Forearms into the ground. Legs can be open really wide or they can come closer together. Try them both and see what feels best. We're going to be here for 3 minutes. If you like, of course, you can lift up your elbows. And that might feel amazing it might feel great. So you can keep your arms straight for as long as it feels good. And whenever you need to drop your forearms back down, you go for that. This pose is always very interesting to me because at first you're in it and you don't feel much, but then a minute goes by and you start to feel more, and you feel more and more and more. It targets your lumbar curve, but also your thoracic spine, which is the densest part of your back, that middle part. On your next inhale, expand into your lower belly and let your lower belly press into the earth like a balloon. And exhale. Now, right here with that big breath in your belly, just imagine that that belly is like a balloon and it's expanding so much. And imagine you're giving your belly a massage with your breathing, just like we did at the very beginning with our fingers. Inhale, belly expands. And then exhale, belly deflates. And you just keep going. Keep your mind focused on what you're doing. I'm telling you, this practice, this is going to start to show, this shows up in other aspects of your life. So the next time that your mind is on a loop, you know how to cut the cord. And draw your chin towards your chest, just a few more breaths. Great job. Come on down, bring your hands on top of each other, rest your forehead. Relax. Relax that lower back. All right. Let's reach the right arm out to the side and roll onto that right shoulder. Okay. And we're going to be here for about 2 minutes. If you'd like, reach that left arm back to try to find those right fingertips. And if you're like, Kate, there's no way I can find my right fingertips, I'm going to tell you that there definitely is a way. But this is definitely the one pose in a physical live class where I'd have to walk around and find all of your like both of your hands and just connect them. It helps to lift up that right elbow a bit. Good, and then just breathe. Just breathe. And if it becomes too much with the fingers clasped, just separate them. Your hands are still clasped. You may want to separate them.
Make sure that the lower half of your body is steady. So perhaps bend the knees, bring a foot onto the floor. Lean back, lean into it. No force. Great job. Come back into center. Take your time. Palms on top of each other. Just rest. Ooh. Feel that right side. You ready? Left arm goes out. Roll over onto that left side. Use your right foot on the ground, bend the knee. Maybe reach back, grab for those fingers, stretch the arm out. Big breaths. Relax your jaw and your tongue. And if you have the fingers clasped, perhaps release them. But keep big on that breathing. Feel the spine. Great job. Come back into center. Take a moment and feel the left shoulder, feel the right shoulder. Whew. Okay, we're going to push ourselves back. Prepare the body for either child's pose or your frog pose. Okay, so your child's pose is going to stretch your inner thighs, your lower back. Your frog pose is going to do the same, but it just might feel a bit more amplified. You pick where you want to be, where not only can you breathe easy, but it feels like that's where you want to be. Right? So prepare yourself. If you're going to come into frog, your toes will point out to the sides. If you come into that wide leg child's pose, you bring the big toes to touch. In your frog pose, you might want to bring something under your chest. You know, think of a bolster, but we don't have bolsters at home, most likely. So think of maybe stacking pillows or blocks. And then go ahead and let those knees spread wide apart. And allow yourself. Drop your head. Just for a moment, notice what we're doing physically. The body is full of connective tissue, full of fascia. We're not exercising in a way to build muscle here, but you're trying to lengthen in your body. You're trying to keep more flexible, supple. So get into those tighter spots. No force, but in your own degree, in your own way, stretch. We're doing the opposite of just ignoring or just saying, okay, our body is tight, okay. No. We're connecting with our body. Take deep inhales. And big exhales. Tongue is relaxed. No force. Reach up, bring the big toes to touch if they're not touching already. Okay, draw the knees into center. And sit down onto our heels. Take your time. Ooh. Okay. Roll the shoulders up, big breath in. Roll the shoulders down your back. Do it again. Big inhale, roll the shoulders up and roll the shoulders down your back. Lift those arms up, breathe in, twist gently to the right, breathe out. And then inhale, lift those arms all the way up and gentle twist towards the left. Good. We're going to lengthen our legs. So shift over to either side and lengthen your legs forward. Stretch your legs wide open for a straddle pose. Okay. And I want us all bring your hands behind the back. Lean back a little bit so you can feel how you tilt back. If you can feel how your pubic bone, your belly tilts back. And now do the opposite. Tilt it forward, like your belly is trying to touch the floor. If it's really hard for you to tilt forward, sit up put a pillow under your sit bones or put a pillow underneath of like the edge of your buttocks so that way you can tilt forward. All right. Legs relaxed, ankles relaxed. On an inhale, lift the arms up. We're going to flow first. Go down to the right as you exhale. Keep your left buttock on the floor. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, flow over to the left. Inhale, arms up. Flow over to the right. We're going to do this a few times, so go with your breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, go over to that left. You might hear some cracks, some snaps and pops. Inhale, come up. Go for it, reach. Inhale, left. Over to that left side. One more time on other side. Inhale up. Exhale over. And then the last one, inhale up. And then exhale over. We're all going to lift up on a big inhale. And then rotate your body, your torso, I should say, to that right leg. And then fold forward. Okay. Tilt your belly towards the ground. And if that's too hard, remember to sit up on something, help yourself out. You're going to feel this in your back, your lower back. We have these big muscles in our lower back that's actually attached to the core. And a lot of times when we sit a lot, that area, that part of the back gets really tight. So just breathe into that lower back space. You're also going to feel here your hamstrings. I actually put a pillow right underneath of my chest for some support. Relax your ankles. Relax your face, your jaw. And there's going to be a point in the pose where your mind starts to think, and you move away from the physical sensation, and now you're in the mental. Come back to the physical. Be in awe of what you're feeling and how you're experiencing your body. Let your breath soothe your body. The body listens to the mind. So practice the mind being empty. Even if we have to tell ourselves, inhale, exhale, over and over and over again. That was a great job. That was 3 minutes on this side. Take your time, curl yourself up. Okay, before we go to that other side, we're going to have to shake it out. So bring those legs closer together. All right, shake out your legs. Feet on the floor again. Hands come behind your back. Lift up your chest. Big breath in. Okay, cross that right ankle above the left knee. Push that knee away from you. Lift up your heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then switch. Bring that left ankle above the right knee. Push that knee away from you. Lift up your heart space. Bend your elbows. Good. And then release. Okay. Stretch your legs out again. Right? And I want you to notice the back of your knees. If you're feeling sensitive in the back of the knees, bend them a little bit. Put something underneath of them. On an inhale, lift the arms up. We're going to flow first. Drop your forearm down to the right. Inhale, pull up. Drop it down to the left. Inhale, pull up. Go down to that right side, reach. Inhale, lift. And then go down to the left. One more time on either side. Up and over to that right. And then lift up. Rotate your torso over your left leg and fold forward. Okay? Fold forward. You might need something now underneath of your forehead because your neck might feel a little sensitive. Understandable. You were just in this shape for 3 minutes. So support your neck. No force, okay? Let's focus on our breath. On an inhale, let that belly expand. Exhale, belly deflates, shoulders relax. Now, on your next inhale, let that belly expand. Right at the top of the breath, hold it for just a moment, and then exhale the breath completely out. Right at the bottom of the breath, feel everything released. And then inhale, breathe in. And exhale, breathe out. When you inhale completely, right before you're ready to exhale, there's a suspension of breath. And then as you exhale, when you get to the very bottom of that breath, there's a pause. It's like you're floating. It's like time has suspended. And then the cycle starts again. Inhaling completely. And then exhaling. Just a few more rounds of breath. You might be feeling this quite a bit in your back. Remember to bend your knees a little bit. Great job. Curl yourself on up. Take your time. Ooh, bring the feet down onto the floor. Windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Cross that right ankle again over your left knee. Push the knee away from you. Push your heart up, chest up. Okay. And then switch. Draw the knee away from you. Lift up your chest. Breathe in. And then release. We're going to come into a hip stretch. We'll come into that sleeping swan pose. And if being on your belly with the knee forward doesn't work for you, you can do this pose laying on your back, pushing one foot against a wall, then crossing the ankle over the knee. You could also come into square pose. That's where you stack your ankle on top of the knee and then you fold forward, making your shins parallel to each other. So you're going to come into, I'm going to stay in square pose. This feels nice, but I do recognize that we had a lot of head dropping forward. So you might want to be on your belly and your sleeping swan and your pigeon pose. Bring that left knee forward towards your left wrist if that's where you want to be, and extend the right leg back. Fingertips reach back towards your hips, and on an inhale, you lift up your heart, you perch yourself up like a swan's neck. And then exhale, just lean back a little bit, getting into that thoracic spine. And one more time, inhale, pull yourself up high. And then as you exhale, fold on forward. Okay, and we come on forward. We do some, we not some things, we do a lot of things out of habit. You know, what's a habit? You know, habit is something that we do over and over again. And some of our habits in life are great. And some of our habits, you know, we could work on them a bit. Be kind to yourself and notice your habits of the way that you treat your body, the way your mind talks to you about your body, or the way that the mind just treats you in general. We all go through phases, you know, where we think about the same thing over and over and over again. The power of being present. Can release habits, shift our energy. Great job. Curl yourself up. Ooh, you know, stretch out of the pose, whichever pose you're in. So if you're in square, shake out your legs. If you're in that sleeping swan, maybe come onto your hands and knees. Just stretch that left leg back. Take a moment, you know, feel, let the energy move through you. And then we switch. Okay, we bring that right foot forward or that right ankle on top of that left knee. If you're going to come into that sleeping swan pose, walk your hands back, lift up your chest, and even if we're in square, lift up the heart. Big inhale. Exhale, stretch back a little bit. One more time. Inhale, pull up from your middle back. And then as we exhale, curl yourself forward and release. This is a space for us to not only to breathe, but recognize where we're at. Physically, you can feel where you're tight. Energetically and mentally. No distractions here. So you really can listen to what the mind is doing. Let's connect with our jaw for a moment. Relax the upper and bottom teeth. And then relax the space between your eyebrows. Relax your forehead. We have a lot of muscles in our face. So relax the face. Less than a minute to go. Beautiful job. Walk your hands back. Lift your heart up. Breathe in. Roll those shoulders up and back. Stretch out your legs. Take your time. Shake out the pose any way that feels great. Yeah. Good. Okay, time went by real fast. We're going to go with our legs up the wall. I hope that you're feeling good mentally, physically, energetically. All right, so find any wall space and bring your legs up that wall. Take your time and maybe bring a, pillow under your head. Maybe put a blanket over your body. When it comes to quieting the mind from those those thoughts that are on a loop, you just have to be patient. There's no magic pill for it. There's no magic breath, mantra, pose. It's just your patience, your awareness. Your acceptance. Instead of talking about your mind and thinking, oh, I'm not doing it right, or oh, why is my mind like this? Practice compassion. Let's do a short meditation together. Okay, bring your awareness into the center of your eyebrows, to the mind space, to Chittakash. And we'll practice a meditation of gratitude. Okay, as we inhale, mentally repeat, I am grateful for my. And as you exhale, visualize something in your world that you're grateful for. And you do it again. Big inhale, I am grateful for my. And exhale, see what you're grateful for in your life. And relax your forehead, relax your face. Breathe in, I am grateful for my. And exhale, feel it, watch it, recognize it. Inhale, I am grateful for my. Exhale, see what you're grateful for. And then take a really big inhale. Breathe out, exhale. Stay as long as you can with this legs up the wall. It's very good for your legs. So just enjoy it. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for sharing your time, your energy. I hope your body feels good. I hope your mind feels good, and also your heart and soul. I will see you soon. Rest easy. Good night.